If you've ever felt like your money just disappears after you spend it, then cashback credit cards are one of the smartest ways to flip that script and start earning money back on purchases you're already making every single day. Instead of spending and getting nothing in return, the right credit card can quietly put cash back into your pocket on groceries, gas, dining, travel, and even your online subscriptions. But here's the problem most people run into. There are so many options in the United States that it's easy to pick the wrong one and leave hundreds of dollars on the table every year. So in this video, we're going to walk through 5 of the absolute best cashback credit cards in the US right now, breaking down what makes each one powerful, who it's best for, and how you can actually use it to maximize your earnings. Let's start with a card that has become a fan favorite for people who want simplicity without sacrificing value, and that's the Citi Double Cash Card from Citibank. What makes this card stand out immediately is how straightforward it is. You earn 2% cashback on everything you buy, but it's structured in a smart way. 1% when you make the purchase and another 1% when you pay it off. That means you're effectively being rewarded not just for spending, but for being financially responsible. There are no rotating categories to keep track of, no guessing games about which purchases qualify, and no caps on how much you can earn. This makes it perfect for people who don't want to think too much about optimization, but still want a solid return. If you're the kind of person who just wants to use one card for everything and not worry about switching between cards, this is one of the best options out there. Over time, that flat 2% adds up faster than you might expect, especially if you're putting regular monthly expenses like groceries, bills, and subscriptions on the card. Now, if you're someone who spends heavily on groceries and dining, then you'll want to pay close attention to the Blue Cash Preferred card from American Express, issued by American Express. This card is designed for households, families, or even individuals who spend a lot on everyday essentials. It offers one of the highest cashback rates you'll find in the grocery category, often around 6% at US supermarkets, which is massive compared to most cards. On top of that, you also get strong cashback on streaming subscriptions and transit expenses like gas and ride shares. Now, yes, this card does come with an annual fee, but here's where people often misunderstand the value. If you're spending regularly on groceries, that 6% cashback can easily outweigh the fee, and then some. Imagine spending a few $100s a month on groceries and getting a chunk of that back automatically. Over a year, that becomes real money. This card is ideal for people who have predictable spending habits and want to maximize returns in those categories, instead of spreading their rewards thin across everything. Moving on, if you like the idea of earning high cashback, but also want flexibility and no annual fee, then the Chase Freedom Unlimited from Chase is another top-tier option. This card gives you a strong base cashback rate on all purchases, but where it really shines is in its bonus categories. You'll often earn higher cashback rates on dining, travel booked through Chase, and even drugstores. What makes this card especially powerful is how it fits into a larger ecosystem. If you ever decide to upgrade or pair it with a premium Chase card in the future, you can convert your cashback into travel points and potentially multiply its value. But even on its own, it's an incredibly well-rounded card. It's perfect for someone who wants a mix of simplicity and bonus rewards without paying an annual fee. You don't have to overthink it, but you still get rewarded more in the categories where people tend to spend the most. Now let's talk about a card that's a little different, but incredibly rewarding if you're willing to be just a bit strategic, and that's the Discover It Cashback from Discover Financial Services. This card uses a rotating category system, which means every quarter, different spending categories earn a higher cashback rate, often around 5%. These categories can include things like gas stations, online shopping, restaurants, or even Amazon purchases, depending on the time of year. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. At the end of your first year, Discover matches all the cashback you've earned. That effectively doubles your rewards, meaning that 5% can turn into 10% in your first year, and even your base earnings get boosted. It's one of the most generous welcome offers available, even if it's not structured like a traditional sign-up bonus. This card is ideal for someone who doesn't mind activating categories every few months and adjusting their spending slightly to take advantage of those higher rates. If you play it right, the returns can be significantly higher than a flat rate card. Finally, if you're looking for a card that gives you control over where you earn the most cash back, then the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card from Bank of America is a strong contender. This card lets you choose your top cashback category, whether that's gas, online shopping, dining, travel, or something else, and you'll earn a higher percentage back in that category. This is powerful because it adapts to your lifestyle instead of forcing you into a fixed structure. If your spending habits change, you can adjust your category to match. On top of that, Bank of America offers an additional rewards boost if you're part of their preferred rewards program, which can increase your cashback significantly depending on your banking relationship with them. This card is perfect for people who want a bit more control and customization in how they earn rewards without dealing with rotating categories. Now, here's the part most people overlook. The best cashback card isn't just about the highest percentage you see advertised, it's about how well the card fits your actual spending habits. If you pick a card with amazing grocery rewards, but you barely spend on groceries, you're not going to see much benefit. On the other hand, a simple 2% flat rate card could outperform everything else if it matches your lifestyle better. This is why understanding your own spending is just as important as choosing the card itself. Another thing to keep in mind is discipline. Cashback cards only work in your favor if you're paying off your balance in full every month. The moment you start carrying a balance and paying interest, you can quickly erase any rewards you've earned. Think of cashback as a bonus, not a reason to spend more. The goal is to earn money back on what you were already going to spend anyway. And if you really want to take things to the next level, some people use a strategy called card stacking or pairing. This means using multiple cards for different categories. For example, you might use one card for groceries, another for dining, and a third for everything else. It takes a bit more effort, but it can significantly increase your total cashback over time. Even just combining two cards smartly can make a noticeable difference. At the end of the day, cashback credit cards are one of the simplest ways to make your money work a little harder for you without changing your lifestyle. Whether you prefer the simplicity of a flat rate card like the Citi Double Cash, the high grocery rewards of the Blue Cash Preferred, the flexibility of the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the high earning potential of the Discover It Cashback, or the customization of the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards card, there's an option here that can fit almost any spending style. The key is to choose intentionally, use it responsibly, and stay consistent, because when you do that, something as simple as buying groceries, filling up your tank, or paying for subscriptions can slowly start putting money back into your pocket every single month. And over time, that adds up in a way most people underestimate.